friends, how's it going? You know, it's been a minute since we've made a proper YouTube video, so I thought maybe we should just do one real quick right here. A tour of the drying rack. It's that time of year, it's autumn, we are bringing in all sorts of stuff out of the garden, herbs to dry for winter, seeds for next year's garden, all sorts of different stuff, and it just sort of accumulates here on this drying rack that we've built. A lot of different stuff. You can see these are essentially, look, it's just screens that we've built on these shelves. It's really going vertical like this, utilizes the space the best. We got a little bit of space here at Small House Farm, so we got to make the most of what we got. And look at this thing, it is becoming quite a cluttered mess. We got a lot of different herbs going on in here. What do we got? We got on this shelf, we got some rosemary, it looks like some catnip. Here's some horehound. We got drying some yarrow, monarda, nettles, all sorts of different stuff. Along the side of it, what we do is we paint with chalkboard paint. And then we can write right on there what's on each shelf so we can stay nice and organized. And then of course when we switch it out, you can erase that and write the next thing. Really nice. We got a whole shelf. It looks like sage up here. A lot of different things going on. And then seeds, seeds, seeds. So many different seeds. What do we got? Beans, plenty of beans. You know, we got a lot of beans here at Small House Farm. We got this one here. Oh my gosh, beautiful. This is that Cannellino Nero. This is an Italian bush bean from the Basilicata region of Italy. We got a bunch of it out here. I got it kind of on this baker's rack type of thing. You know, sometimes when they come in, even though they're nice and dry, they pick up a little moisture from dew or whatever it might be. They're not fully dry. So I like to leave them out like this so then get some air on them, dry down really nice so we don't have any mold. Once I get this thing back into the big garage here, we're gonna put a fan on it. Need some airflow, right? Make sure it stays nice and dry. This bean here is another one. This is the first time we've grown this one here. A nice Italian bean as well. Another bush bean, kind of curls up. Really, really, really delicious. We just got a small over here. Most of it is actually in storage somewhere else. Heather and I were just recently down at the Fernwood Botanical Garden. We went down there to do a seed saving workshop, and we took a bunch of these beans down there to process, show people how fun it can be to save your bean seeds. Maybe we should do a video about that too. Let us know if you want to see a bean seed saving video. We'll make one for you. That'd be cool. What do we got in the bag here? Oh wow, here's a bunch of monarda. We've been saving monarda. See, here's the tag. You gotta label your stuff, right? We used to go down to the river to harvest our monarda, and just recently, in the last couple years, we just started growing it right here by the house. Monarda fistulosa, wonderful herb, delicious. Kind of reminds me of oregano. Look at the dried flowers. We're gonna save those. What's nice about this, you put it in the paper bag, you let it dry down really nice. Little action, it's gonna drop all the seeds right to the bottom. It makes the seed harvest very simple. What do we got? More beans over here. We got, the Ottawa bean. Now this is an indigenous bean. It's a half runner type. So that means it's only gonna grow 3 to 4 feet tall. This is a bean that was actually grown by indigenous people right here in the area not too long ago. And this is one we could never keep it in stock. We've sold this on our website 2-3 years. Sells out really fast. This is about all we got this year, folks. So keep an eye out for when this goes on sale. It will sell out right quick. Up here we got, calendula. You know, harvesting calendula seed, super simple. I just walk around, Heather will do it too. We'll just walk around in the gardens and we'll find the dried flower heads, and then you just pop it off. We just throw it in this bowl. And it accumulates and builds up over time, and you do get a little bits of debris in here, some pieces of flower, and you can just pick them out as you go. But that is mostly seed in there. Really easy, you know, just a few handfuls a day, little bit, pinch and pinch, and then by the end of the season we have got a ton of seed for everybody. Look at this bean. This is a bean called Early Riser. I got the seeds from our friend Pam Quackenbush. We were at her library for a program. Look at the size of these pods. They were jumbo, and what was so cool about these is even at this large size, they were still tender and delicious to eat them as green beans. And then, they're full of nice seeds right now. So we got a pretty good harvest of those. Those were super fun. I mean, they were unreal looking. We got some nasturtiums. Same technique that we used for the calendula. We just walk through the nasturtiums as the seeds dry. You can find these little pods in here. You know, when the seeds are green, the seed pods on the nasturtium are green, you can pickle them and eat them. They're delicious, just like the nasturtium flowers and the nasturtium leaves. But the seeds, once they get brown, they'll just start falling off the plant. Pick them up, throw them in the jar. You want to get them before they get wet, you know, obviously. They don't keep that well, but once they get wet from the dew or whatever. So you just got to keep an eye on them. It's just an excuse to walk around in the garden every morning, right? Nice. All right, what else do we got going on here? Here's some coriander. Again, exact same technique. It just is. We pick the coriander off the cilantro, boom, collect the seeds in here. This will be plenty for next year's garden. Oh yeah, look at this. Egyptian walking onions. Now these are such a cool thing. If you're not familiar with the walking onion, it gets this name because, you know, it'll create these bulbs, little bulbs at the top of the plant. You know, imagine it's like a tall green onion. It'll get these guys and they get so heavy it'll fall right over, and then the little bulbs will plant a new onion. So then the row of onions walks along your garden, right? But as they start to dry out, we'll just gather them up, save them in this basket. Look at them all, look at them all. We're gonna offer these on the website. This is another product that we offer that sells out very quickly. And we can plant these in the fall right now, or we can plant them in the spring, and they're both gonna do well for us. They sell out quick, and I'll tell you what, we should be planting these soon. So we're gonna put these on the website right now. You watch this video, you know these things, these walking onion sets are available right now at smallhousefarm.com. Here's the link, right there. Go and get some. They're gonna sell out, and you gotta have them, because once you get these things established in your garden, you'll have them forever. I planted a handful of these 10 years ago, and now I have more than I know what to do with. And they're delicious little green onions. Chop them up and eat them. But you leave them going for a couple of years, they'll actually form a pretty nice bulb in the ground that you can use just like an onion. Wonderful stuff. We've got a few different varieties all mixed together, the traditional one, and then we got the smaller red onion that we got in California a couple years ago. Really nice, really nice. Get some of those. What else do we got? We got some peas. Oh, here's some holy basil. We collected some holy basil for a photo with the flowers on it, laid it out here on this paper bag, and you can see it's dried right down. All the seeds are coming right out of it all over this paper bag. So I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna disturb it. I might try to figure out a way to get those seeds, you know. That's funny. Beautiful though. Look at these beans. These are a classic here. The Anakin beans. This is, whoop, half runner bean. These are ones that we've offered for many years. If you've read my book, From Our Seeds and Their Keepers, then you're familiar with the Anakin Cavilli giant. This is a bean named after our youngest son, Anakin. Wonderful little bean right here. You can see we got our beans we're storing in these baskets. We want to make sure, again, airflow is so important to make sure these things dry down properly. I have in the past collected a bunch of dried beans like this and thrown them into a container that is not airtight, or excuse me, that doesn't have airflow, something like this, and the beans will mold. They'll go bad. You got to make sure you have airflow on these. Like I said, we're going to use a fan, but just keeping them in these baskets helps get some airflow too. Some Wang Kong runner beans. We got so many treasures here. So many treasures. There's some more flowers. There's some garlic down there. And then look here. Here's some lettuce seed. I'll give you the tip on saving your lettuce seed. As the flowers mature and start to brown, and you can see it makes the little poof, just like a dandelion right there. I cut the whole flower stalk right off, upside down, put it in this bucket just like this, let it finish drying down. Once it's dry, I can just bang this thing around the side of the bucket. You can see already, look at all the seeds already falling out of there. There's hundreds of them, hundreds of seeds, hundreds of lettuce seeds, no work at all, right? Snip it, forget it. Plenty of lettuce seeds for all of your friends. We got so much stuff here. I probably should get back to work. These things all have to get processed and cleaned and put away. These herbs got to go. You don't want to just leave them out here forever. You don't want them getting dusty, right? So now that they're nice and dry, we're going to strip them off the stems. We're going to package them up, and we'll keep them. We'll put them in jars or whatever. We'll have them in the apothecary all winter. If you got any questions or comments, you know where to put them. Thanks again for joining us here at the YouTube channel. I'm glad that you've subscribed and you're a part of the fun here. Got to go back to work. We'll see you next time. Happy growth, my friends.